Yo ho ho, it's Sunday, it's the 16th. Let's start our Christmas shopping early by supporting this channel and checking out the OG GM's RPG drive-through shop through the link below. Get an amazing discount on all your PDFs and you support me, the OG GM. What a way to celebrate the holidays. It's Vlogmas Day 11. Yes, I know I am way off. Life threw your hero, the OG GM, a curveball. What else is fucking new? And I had to take a day or two off to get back on track. I'm back. Maybe I won't be spinning these vinyls as much as I thought I was going to be, but we're still going to try and do the Vlogmas as best we can. So what are we talking about today? Really? You have to ask. You knew I was going to talk about it. It was just a matter of when. It's out there like a red herring. My favorite subject. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. Relics and Rarities with Deborah and Woll. Prepare to enter a fantastical world with Deborah and Woll. Who? The chick from Daredevil. She's a dungeon master and storyteller for Geek and Sundry's new weekly RPG series starting in February. An episodic show edited and supported and scripted, set in a world created by Woll, which looks very steampunky from the trailer, like nothing you've ever seen before, except, of course, it is going to be something we've ever seen before, because we've seen Mark Holmes's Critical Role ripoff, and we've seen Critical Role, and we've seen a bunch of other shows that pretty much anything that isn't Acquisitions Incorporated, or I hit it with my axe. And the quest to stop an unholy prophecy coming to fruition, and she's joined by a poor class including Julia Dennis, Tommy Walker, Xander Jenneret, Jamsmin Bueller, a surprise celebrity guest, the people from Critical Role, hopefully my friend TJ Storm, and a couple other people. This free-to-watch show, which is going to be on Alpha, which means it's not free to watch. You have to pay Alpha to watch it. Will be on every week with a brand new, exciting, not new in any way, shape, or form, set in a new world, which is not new because it looks like steampunk, so it's probably just another Eberron steampunk ripoff run by this 12-year-old looking person who apparently I've been playing D&D my own life. Except, of course, we've never heard of you. We've never seen you play D&D except for 5 minutes on the Stream of Life. Stream of Eyes. If you've been so into D&D for so long, if all of you people who've been so into D&D for so long, where have you been for the past 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, 40 years? Where have you been? You're coming out of the woodwork now because D&D is hip and popular, and your celebrities are pseudo-celebrities, and you can use your pseudo-celebrityness and your hot topic, cool, waspy, hipster, woke, oh look, I've got purple hair, I'm cool, to monetize off of D&D now and stuff. But where were you 10 years ago before Critical Role? Before Stranger Things, before back when we weren't cool, when we were still a bunch of losers sitting around a table at a game store or sitting in mom's basement playing Pathfinder, playing 3.5. And where will you be 5 years from now when this roller coaster of fifth bottoms out? Because it will. This popularity is not going to last. It's already dying out. Fifth had a horrible year financially, and the decision to make Fifth more Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering centric will probably continue to make it financially bottom out. And let's face it, despite the fact the mediocre reviews that Dungeon of the Archmage is getting, that's not what we wanted. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that we're getting a Critical Role ripoff on Alpha that we're going to have to pay to see. And why is this happening? Why are any of you surprised this is happening? Just the fact that this got this mediocre cast of attractive people who look nothing like gamers, filling out the standard array of, well, we have to have the token hot chick and the token not quite hot person and maybe a token gay person, but to be woke and to be politically correct and to cause a little bit of controversy, but not enough to actually be controversial. Why is this happening now? Well, it's because Geek and Sundry lost Critical Role a couple months ago, and that was their cash cow, and they became so dependent upon Critical Role being their cash cow that they abandoned all their other projects. And Felicia Day has just sort of gone off to do other things. I mean, and without the direction of Felicia Day, Geek and Sundry kind of has been waffling, and without Critical Role, Geek and Sundry has been sort of waffling, and they realize that they need lightning to strike twice. They need that cash cow that was Critical Role, and I need a haircut. So, Relics and Rarities. Is this something we want? No. Do we care about Deborah Ann Woll, the chick from Daredevil who played Patsy Walker / Hellcat? This thin, waifish, white, blonde chick who may or may not have a history from D&D, who's going to tell her own story in this weird-looking, steampunky, magical emporium set, interactive set that they're going to interact with, and the story is going to be... No. Is it going to make Geek and Sundry money? Maybe, probably. Is it going to bring more people to D&D? Is that the one positive thing that we can get from this? Is will it bring more positive people, positive support, positive money, positive to D&D? Or will it do the exact same thing that Critical Role did, which is establish this unreachable expectation that every D&D game has to be like the show. Every DM has to run their game like Deborah, and every player and every character has to be like that, and everything has to be like the show. And if it's not, if you don't live up to the expectation, if you fail me, if you fail this city, then the toxicity that we have seen creep into our hobby over the last 5 years because of Critical Role, because of 5th edition, because of this expectation, this anger, this violence, this fuck you, you're not running the game the way I want you to, so I am going to attack you, DM, I'm going to attack my fellow players, or I'm just not going to invest and do this all game because it's not meeting my expectations of it being like the show. Is just going to continue, and we're not going to get out of this ugly cycle we've been in of just sitting around the table for 3-4 hours where nobody's investing in the game. Nobody knows what's going on. I literally played a game the other day for 3 hours where not a single person actually knew what was going on. One of the players was actually repeatedly asking me, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. What are we doing? Why are we doing? And, suddenly I'm riding down the street on an elephant, and none of the other players knew how I got the elephant, what was going on, why there was an elephant, how we had left the area we were in, or we were in a new area, and why the situation had changed, because they were not busy paying attention. Now, is that the DM's fault, or is that the other player's fault? Is that the situation's fault? Or is that just the fact that the game wasn't meeting the expectations that they had because it wasn't Critical Role? And is this going to continue because of Relics and Rituals? Do we really need another scripted, edited, beautiful set, beautiful people playing a D&D that we're never going to actually play in real life game. No, we do not. We need real D&D. We need more Acquisitions Incorporated. We need more I Hit It With My Axe. We need more Harmon Quest. We need more actual live play. No editing, no scripted, no stars, just real people playing real D&D so people can see how this is actually played. And we need other games. People need to see Star Wars. People need to see superheroes. People need to see space games. People need to see that there are hundreds of other role-playing games that they can play when they walk into the store, because this 5th edition roller coaster is going to end soon, and it's going to end hard. And then what? Geek and Sundry needs to redivest into their product and be what it was when they first started. Depending on just a Critical Role ripoff is the same mistake that they made when they just became centric to Critical Role. Or maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below, and you know I'm going to talk about this some more, because bagging on Critical Role and Critical Role-like projects are my favorite thing. Till next time, hit that notification button, like this video, share, subscribe, support, and other things that start with the word S, letter S, but above all, stay OG.